Okay, today, after completing this lesson, we're going to know a lot more about the vertex form. We're going to be able to find the axis of symmetry, the vertex, and we're going to be able to graph something that is in vertex form, a quadratic, right? That's in vertex form. So here is your vertex form. That A is basically the same as our standard form A, but as you can see in here, this is the opposite of H, and this is our K. And H and K make up our vertex. And so since the H is the X value for the vertex, it's also the X that makes the axis of symmetry, because all of the points on the axis of symmetry have the same H or X. If our A is positive, our graph is going to go up. If our A is negative, our graph is going to go down. So what are some steps that we can do? Well, first we want to identify that vertex, because that's always our starting point, right? Which is also basically identifying the axis of symmetry. And then you want to use the A to find 2 points to the right or left. So you're using the A and you're also using the parent graph. So remember, this is the parent graph, right? So the vertex, if the vertex is 0, then if I go over 1, I will go up 1 and sometimes down, right? And then we go over 2, we would go up 4. We go over 3, we'll go up 9, because 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9. But let's say we were like looking at something that looked like this, 3x squared, right? Now we're going to be taking this, instead of going up 1, we're going to go up 3. Instead of going up 4, we're going to go up 12. Instead of going up 9, we're going to go up 27. So we will jump a lot higher. So that's what we're going to use, is our A value and our parent graph to find some points on the right or the left. And then you're going to use symmetry to find the rest of the points. Okay? Identifying the y-intercept is a really good thing, and you just do that by substituting a 0 in for x. So you put 0 in and you find out what happens to y. Okay, so let's start one. Now notice how this graph right here is by 2's, right? So sometimes I'll write it on the side just to remind myself. So we see that this is the opposite of h. So if that is the opposite of h, then h would be -3. So h is -3, which means the axis symmetry is x equals -3. So we go to -3 and bada boom, because remember this is by 2's. And now when we put a -3, and obviously this whole thing goes to 0, and there's your k, but you can just know that that's going to be your k. So there is our vertex right here at -3, -4. Okay, let's look at y-intercept now. So I know this sounds silly, but this is one of the biggest errors in this section, and it's because for the standard form, we're so used to looking at this last number. Well, not necessarily here, because when I put a 0 in, it doesn't necessarily wipe out the front. So when I put a 0 in, I'm going to have 2 times 9 minus 4. So this is 18 minus 4, which is 14. So when 0 goes in, 14 comes out. And here it is, remembering that it goes by 2's. So how can I use my parent graph? Well, this is my A value. It's 2, so it's going to be going up. Obviously, though, because our vertex is down here and our y-intercept is up here, so it definitely went up, if you didn't notice that already. But we would go over 1. And remember, over 1, up 1. Over 2, 2 squared is 4. Over 3, 3 squared is 9. That's our parent, right? But we have an A value that is 2. So when we go over 1, we're going to go up 2. When we go over 2, we're going to go up 8. And when we go over 3, we're going to go up 27. Oh my gosh, we're not doing that. Okay? So here we go. Oh wait, I just went up 27 because I put 3. Yeah? Okay, 2. There we go, 18, much better, because we're going by 2's. Okay, over 1, we're going to go up. So over 1, we're going up 2. There's our point. Buy 1, get 1 free, because remember, we're using that symmetry, right? And then we go over 2, and we're going to go up 8. So we go over 2, and we're going to go up 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. So here's our other point. and we can erase this part and erase this part just so that you don't have to see it. And we also get buy one, get one free on the other side. And then we already have the other one, but let's see how that works. If we went over 3, 1, 2, 3, did we go up 18? Let's go. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Woohoo! Yes, that's exactly what we did. So yay for us. That worked out. Even though we already had that point, it's nice to see how it all fits in. And then we bought that point, so we get this point for free because it's going to be the same distance away from the axis of symmetry. All right, so now we're going to sketch that graph in, and we're going to try to round it out, and you guys are going to do your best on this. You know, I don't want to see pointy, but like you are going to do your best on this, and it's going to be okay. All right, cool. So there's our first bebe. Next one, let's see. Okay, so we first see that this is -4. So the opposite of a -4 is 4. And so this is going to be x equals 4. Now this one is not by 2's. So when we do x equals 4, we're going all the way over here. So it's really important that you pay attention to what your graph is. And then when we put this 4 in, that'll go to 0 and we'll end up with 6. So at 4, we'll be at 6. And that's our vertex. Okay, cool. Now we're going to just check out our y-intercept. And so to find the y-intercept, we put a 0 in for x. And so this is the -1/2 times 16 plus 6. So this is -8 plus 6, which will be -2. So a 0 goes in, -2 comes out. So 0 goes in, -2 goes out. So another thing to remember is if that's a point, right? So this is 4 away. So 4 away, we get our buy one, get one free for the y-intercept too. All right, so now we'll use our parent graph. And so our parent graph was 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9. But our a value now, you guys, is -1/2. So that tells me that we're going down. So we're going to be going down. So I'm going to only be going half of this, and I'm going to only be going half of this, and I'm only going to be going half of this. So when I go over 1, I'm only going to be going down 1/2. Buy one, get one free. And then when I go over 2, boom, boom, I'm going to be going over half of 4, which is 2. 1, 2. So boom, and buy one, get one free. And so right now, I'm pretty good to go. I know it's hard to get half of 9, but we can do it again. And then you always have your y-intercept. So 1, 2, 3. Oops, I don't want that. So we go over 3, 1, 2, 3, and then down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we were doing half, right? So we're going to go, how many times can I do this? 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 and a half. So there's buy one, get one free. And that'll kind of help round your graph out. But remember, your graphs might not be perfect. Okay, so I gave way more than the points we absolutely need, but you can see how this is a little bit wider, and it's going to go through your y-intercept. Totally missed that point. Okay. All right, cool. So there's another one. So, I mean, could you make a table of values? Yes, I just feel like it's going to be way faster to do it this way, but you have to choose your own journey, and I hope you guys have a fabulous day.